So IPGP full mesh will be there, right? So let's see. So suppose this is your R1 and you have like IPGP relation here, IPGP here. So it need to as full mesh relationship, right? Now suppose it advertises this network to R2. R2 will advertise it to R3. R3 will advertise it to R4, and R4 can advertise it back to R1. Right? So, so that is the rule that IBGP neighbors cannot talk with IBGP neighbors. Right? If I am learning something from R2 is receiving something from R1, he should not forward it to R3. Because if he R2 forwards it to R3, R3 will forward it to R4, R4 can forward it back to R1. Isn't it? So there will be a chance of loop. Yeah. So suppose this network goes down, still R1 will think that 10 is reachable via this network, via R4, right? So that is why it says that IBGP you should have full mesh of IBGP neighborship. That means R1 will forward have neighborship with R2, R1 will have neighborship with R3, R1 will have neighbor with R4, and individually he will update everyone. So this network 10008, it will learn, everyone will learn via R1 only, right? They will not learn from any other neighbor. So there is no chance of loop. You understood? That is the reason for IBGP full mesh. Okay. So that was our doubt on yesterday. So that is clear. Now let's see what are the attributes. Okay, before that, what are the BGP states? Discuss. So before forming neighborship, BGP undergoes through several states. BGP is a state machine that takes a router to the following state with its neighbor: idle, connect, open send, open confirm, establish. The idle state begins once the neighbor command is configured. Okay. So if you can see the state, show IP BGP neighbors. BGP state established. Okay. So this is yeah. So here idle state, the router is searching the routing table to see whether a route exists to reach the neighbor. If a router remains in this state, then the router is waiting for a static route to that IP address or network to be configured, or waiting for the IGP to learn about this network from another router. So idle state, it does not have any TCP session established. So as we told you, in BGP, you can have like indirect connection also, right? BGP neighborship can be found on indirect connection also. Like eBGP, you need direct connection, but for IBGP, you can have indirect connection also. Get it? So it will first search a router is searching the route table to see whether a route exists to the region. If a router remains in this state, then the router is waiting for a static route to that IP address. That means idle state means right now there is no path to reach the neighbor, right? That is idle state. Connect state, the router found a route to the neighbor and it has completed the three-way TCP handshake. So connect state, TCP handshake is completed. As you know, BGP is running TCP port number 179, right? So there is a three-way handshake will be formed. Active state, BGP is trying to acquire a peer by initiating a TCP connection. If it is successful, it transitions to open sent, otherwise the state returns to idle. If the router remains in this state, it means that the router has not yet received a response back from the neighbor. Okay. Reasons for this include missing neighbor statement or incorrect AS number. So active state means it is not received the open confirm packet from the neighbor. So what is open confirm and what is open sent? Open sent message will be sent with the parameters for BGP session. So open sent will be after the TCP connection is established. After the TCP three-way handshake is established, then the open sent state will be open sent message will be sent. So open sent is nothing but open message has been sent. So that means the open sent state. Open confirm means the router received agreement on the parameters for establishing a session. So open confirm means the neighbor is willing to form the neighborship, and he has sent a open confirm message. Parameters are matching on both the routers and they can form neighborship. Established state, this is the desired state for a neighbor relationship. It means peering is established and routing begins. So once the open confirm message is coming, it is established state and everything is normal and they are exchanging routes. Okay, so these are the states in BGP. Idle, idle, connect, open send, open confirm, and establish. Active state is just transitory state. If you have sent open send and you have not received open confirm, that means it is active. So if you remember in EIGRP also we have an active state, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that active state is good or bad?
Bad.
And because that means router is searching for a backup path, right? The original
Yeah.
best path is down. Similarly, here also active means there is some problem, right? Router sent has been sent and open confirm has not received. So we have to troubleshoot why open router is in active state, BGP is in active state. Okay. So common problem is mismatch. Your configuration might have a neighbor statement or there is a AS number mismatch will be there. Incorrect AS information. So these are the BGP states. So these are the very last slides. So I showed you first only so that you get idea what are the different states. Okay, so this yesterday we covered. So let's show you some basic BGP configuration. First, I will not go to attributes now. We'll keep it for later. First, let's have a basic BGP configuration. What is done? So prior to deploying a BGP routing solution, the following should be discussed: IP address plan, network topology, BGP relationship with service provider. Once the requirement have been assessed, the implementation plan can be created. The information necessary to implement BGP routing includes the following: the AS numbers of enterprise and service provider, the IP address of all the neighbors involved, the networks to be advertised into BGP. In the implementation plan, basic BGP tasks include the following: define the BGP process, establish the neighbor relationship, advertise the networks into BGP. After implementing BGP, verification should confirm proper deployment on each router. Verification tasks include verifying that the appropriate BGP neighbor relationship and adjacencies are established, that the BGP table is populated with the necessary information, that IP routing table is populated with the necessary information, that there is connectivity in the network between routers and to other devices, that BGP behaves as expected in case of a topology change by testing link failure and router failure events. So this is documentation. After a successful BGP deployment, the solution and verification process and results should be documented for future reference. Documentation should include topology map, the IP address plan, autonomous system hierarchy, the network and interface included in BGP on each router, the default and any special metrics configured, and verification results. So what is the command for enabling BGP? Router BGP, then autonomous system number. So like it may be router BGP 1 or 2. The autonomous system value is either an internal generated number if not connecting to a provider network, or it can be obtained from a ISP or RIA. It is a required parameter. It can be any positive integer in the range from 1 to 65,535. Only one instance of BGP can be configured on the router. It is single time. So one router you can have only, because one router can be part of one autonomous system. So only one instance can be allowed. On Cisco routers, there are two formats used to configure a 4x number. Okay. So this is the Cisco implementation AS plain and RFC implementation AS dot. So that is RFC standard we are not using. We will use Cisco implementation. Identify peer router with which to establish a BGP session. So command is neighbor, then IP address of the neighbor, and remote AS. Remote AS means AS number of the neighbor. So let's say we have two AS1 and AS2. So in AS1, you will give the neighbor IP address of the neighbor address, and then remote AS2. Remote AS tells you in which AS your neighbor is sitting. Isn't it? So in BGP, your AS number can change, isn't it? But in EIGRP, AS number cannot change. You remember during EIGRP configuration?
Yeah.
So why is it like that?
It is IGP, right? So
Exactly. So EIGRP is IGP, so you cannot have a different AS number. Isn't it? BGP you can have different. The autonomous IP address is the destination address of the BGP peer. The address must be reachable before attempting to establish the BGP relationship. The autonomous system value is used to identify if the session is with internal BGP peers or with external BGP peers. If the value is the same as the router says, then an IBGP session is attempted. If the value is not the same as the router says, then an eBGP session is attempted. These are the commands: router BGP, neighbor, remote AS. Router BGP, neighbor, remote AS. So here you can see if your local AS and remote AS is same, if this number and this number is same, that means it is IBGP. If this number, yeah, and if this number and this number is different, that means it is eBGP. So this is IBGP configuration. This is your eBGP configuration. It. Now peer groups. So what is a peer group? So you might have like multiple neighbors in your environment, and you don't need to enter the same command for every neighbor again and again. So some devices might have similar configuration, right? So instead of making it as a separate configuration for each device, you can create a peer group, and automatically that configuration will be applied on all the routers in the peer group. In BGP, neighbors are often configured with the same update policies. To simplify configuration and make updating more efficient, neighbors with the same update policies can be grouped into peer groups. Recommended approach when there are many BGP peers. Instead of separately defining the same policies for each neighbor, a peer group can be defined with these policies assigned to the peer group. Individual neighbors are then made members of the peer group. Members of the peer group inherit all the peer group's configuration options. Only options that affect the inbound updates can be loaded. Now, how to create a peer group? A neighbor, then peer group name, and peer group key. So you can give any name here, and that will be a identifier for your peer group. The peer group name is the name of the BGP peer group to be created. The name is local to the router on which it is configured, and it is not passed to any other router. How to assign neighbors to the peer group? Neighbor, IP address, then peer group, and whatever name peer group you created, that name. So that neighbor will become member of this peer group. The IP address is the IP address of the neighbor that is to be assigned as a member of the peer group. Peer group name must already exist. So before you can make any neighbor a member of this group, that peer group has to be created. The clear IP BGP peer group command can be used to reset the BGP connection for all members of a peer group. Now, how to shut down a BGP neighbor? To disable an existing BGP neighbor or peer group relationship, you can give neighbor shutdown. So in BGP, as we told, there is no dynamic discovery of neighbor, right? It is manual discovery. So manually you can shut down the neighbor also. It is useful when making major policy changes to a neighbor router. The command not only terminates the session but also removes the all associated routing information. To re-enable the neighbor, prepend the no keyword to the command. Now, IBGP source IP address problem. BGP does not accept unsolicited updates. It must be aware of every neighboring router and have a neighbor statement for it. For example, when a router creates and forwards a packet, the IP address of the outbound interface is used as that packet source address by default. For BGP packet, this group source IP address must match the address in the corresponding neighbor statement on the other router, or the routers will not establish the BGP session. This is not a problem for eBGP neighbors as they are typically directly connected. So IBGP source IP address problem, what is the issue here? You can see in the neighborship, mostly we are forming through loopbacks. Okay, loopback IP address. Why loopback IP address is preferred? As I told you yesterday, that loopback is more.
Yeah,
Loopback is always up, so always we prefer loopback as a source IP. So, but router will always choose the physical interface which is going towards the neighbor as the source IP address. Okay, so we have to change that source to loopback. When multiple paths exist between IBGP neighbors, the BGP source address can cause problem. Router D uses the neighbor 3331 remote AS 65102 command to establish a relationship with A. So this is your router D. It is using neighbor 331. So this is your neighbor 331 remote AS 65102 command to establish a relationship with A. However, router A is sending BGP packets to D via B. Therefore, the source IP address of the packet is 10111. So router A is sending BGP packets to D via B. So it is following this path via 10111. So your source IP address is 10111. The IBGP session between A and D cannot be established because D does not recognize 10111 as a BGP neighbor, right? But D does not know 10111, right? Or this path may go down. So then it will that your relationship with A will be down. Yeah, it neighborship. So D can still reach loopback via C. So if you establish neighborship with loopback, your neighborship will be stable. So establish the IBGP session using a loopback interface. Inform the router to use a loopback interface address for all BGP packets. Overrides the default source IP address for BGP packets. Typically only used with IBGP session. A generated bonus, physical interfaces can go down for any number of reasons, but loopbacks never fail. So is it clear why we are changing the source IP?